When Duelist Alliance first dropped into TCG, the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was changed forever. With a budget of £40 a week, and with 3 of the Shaddoll structure decks, I'm going to attempt to make a fully viable Shaddoll deck. From beginning to end, I think I have a chance. Welcome to Shaddoll Sealed Only.
Alright, so for this one in particular, it's going to be an interesting one, because I decided to get myself a copy of the Rocket Revolt structure deck. The reason being... real quickly as well. These! Yes, Battles of Legends Relentless Revenge. The reason why, though, I decided to get this was because, at first, I remembered I'm getting all of this stuff, well, attempting to get all of this stuff for the deck, but I don't have a clear win condition for my deck. At the moment, it's just the Shaddoll grind game, which I really do like a lot. Trust me, I really do like a lot, but then it got me thinking, what style should I go for? There are a lot of Shaddoll strategies out there. There's the Dinosaur Shaddoll strategy, which I was contemplating at first, but that price for the structure deck can fuck right off. The Dinosaur structure deck, that is. It's literally £30 a structure deck, which is ludicrous to say the least. Plus, even though that Evo Pill is getting released soon, I can't remember what set Overtext Quatless comes out from, so I'm not even going to attempt to find any packs of those sets, just so that I can try and pull an Overtext Quatless. But then I thought to myself, what about invoked Shaddolls? Again, at the same time, not possible. Even the most recent set with invoked stuff in it, being Shadows in Valhalla, it's like £115 per box, so that was an instant no. Then I remembered this. The Rocket Revolt structure deck. I remembered that it had Borrelord Dragon in here, even though I was after Boral Sword Dragon in one of the tins, in a pair of tins before this one, and we might go back to the tins sometime after Dual Overlord and such. But the reason why I zeroed in on this, and Battles of Legends in particular, is because I wanted to see if there's a modern take on the Shaddoll OTK. And it kind of is, and I saw it on Lithium's channel, and I thought to myself, this might be our strategy. It's not the best strategy, but it's a strategy nonetheless we can run with. So, we're only here for one card in particular, being Borrelord Dragon, but you know what, for fun, I'll have a flick through it, see if there's anything that we can hilariously use. I hardly doubt there is, but there might be. And if you're wondering why I'm opening it from the bottom, if you remembered from my initial debut of the series, when I did a review for the Shaddoll structure deck, I said if you live in the UK, make sure to open it from the bottom, because there's this weird cardboard thingy in the way. So, we get Topologic Zoroboros, which is a link 4 we are never going to use, let's be quite frankly honest. But in this deck, there are a few things. Real quickly, I'm just gonna pull that way, and no, there you are. Alright then, so Borrelord Dragon is right there, we're gonna be using him. So, there's Zerobos, which we're never gonna use, Borrelord Furious Dragon we're never gonna use, Quadboro we're never gonna use, Super Rocket never gonna use, Tracer never gonna use, Observer never gonna use, Zero Day Blast never gonna use, never, 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 no, this would have been such a fantastic use of, maybe, of money if we were in maybe, nah, not really, maybe incorporating the rocket strategy. So, £10 for a card that I can just get for 99 pence. Can you imagine that? Gosh almighty. Sorry, I had a drink on standby, so I just decided to quench my thirst. So then, let's actually move along to the main event, the Battles of Legends. We got Trick Clowns in the structure deck, so all I need is Damage Juggler. I'll be happy with just one, and that'll be it. Because I know that these are a little bit hard to come by. I don't want to waste my money on these guys, just get Damage Juggler. So, Cyber Lava, whatever the heck this is, Cyber Dragon, oh, I needed this, Cyber Enter, and Ixchel. That's actually pretty good, because I've been building Dark Lords again, but unfortunately my current Dark Lord deck is German, so Not fussed about that. So we have Hummingbird, Norido, Unwavering Bonds, that card, and seriously? Oh wow. Come on, Damage Juggler, I know you're in here, just please come right to us. So we have, Medraw, I'm rebuilding Nova Knights, which I'm excited for. Duelist Alliance, Diagram. Rip. Oh, I forgot that was in this set. Completely blanked out the Diagram was in this set. Imagine that. Waterfront, Uni-Zombie, this... Oh, a Time Lord! We might be able to use the Time Lords, actually, and... Card Trooper? Seriously, that was in this set? I might put the Time Lords off to one side as a maybe option. So we could use some Uni-Zombie again. Babushka, Plan B, a Dark Lord Banishment, Another Eggshell? What? Not complaining. So we have this guy. Oh! I did not know that was in here. That's actually pretty good. Iron Cage, Banishment, and yeah. This is not looking good. Alright then, so Slash, Draw, Rip, Iron Hands. Actually, we might be able to pull this off. Let me think about that. So Gaia, that, a Monster Reborn. It's decent trade fodder, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever you see a Monster Reborn, it's always good trade fodder. Funny. Alright then, so... Oh, pre-prep. Didn't know that was in here. Preparation... Oh! Huh. It's not Borrow's Sword, but you know what? For a substitute for the time being, it's actually not bad. We could use it. Yeah, I was gonna say, we could actually use that, because this thing can actually force the flip effects of some of the Shaddolls. This guy, the Kaiju Files, Foolish Burial Goods, another Medraw, whatever, Glorious Numbers, what? Get this shit out of here. Alright then, come on, Trick Clown, come on. This. Time Lord. Judgment and Strike? What, really? Yes! Oh, I'm happy right now. An Iron Draw. Oh, thank God. So we have Dark Lord Nestor. Oh, Trick Clown. Not bad. Bottomless Trap Hole, you know what, I might as well just put that as a radio. Iron Knight, and Anosenios. I hated this weekend. So, round 1, it was up against the same match last week, Shaddoll Invoked. And let's just say that both rounds were not in my favour. Round 1, game 1 I opened up with a Monster Mash. So jumping into game 2. I pretty much wanted to get Winder on board as quickly as possible because I know that it was going to be quite a formidable matchup against Shaddolls as a whole. It happened to me last week, so I thought let's give him a taste of his own medicine. And I did manage to pull off the Winder, which was good. So I set another El Shaddoll fusion just in case he tried to do something sneaky. Unfortunately, my brain just farted at this point and made App Clone instead of another Winder. There's no way I'm going to be getting out of this one. Round 2 was up against Marincess. I think this was one of the main reasons why I hated this weekend, for locals anyways, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because game 1, it pretty much acted along the lines of this. I went first and I started to go off with El Shaddoll Constructions. I can only make Construct. I was hoping for another Winder. Did not see a Dark Shaddoll. I saw multiple Attribute Shaddolls, which is always fun, but he dropped a Spooky Dogwood. So I just ended with a Shaddoll Construct, Beast, and a set back row. He only made a few of his plays and decided to pass turn there and then. When my turn came along, I made Construct, Warlord, and I just simply attacked over all of his things and just pushed forward with a second Shaddoll Construct thanks to Super Poly. I set El Shaddoll Fusion, and when his turn came around, he hit me with Lightning Storm, so I quickly El Shaddoll Fusioned into Winder, keeping Winder on board. As he knows, Winder is just pretty much impossible for him to get over. Game 2 could be described as this. I drew terribly. I set Super Poly, I passed turn, hoping that he would fall into it. Lightning Storm to back row. Moving into Game 3. Game 3, I won, but I can't say I'm glad I did win, because it was just hand trap, hand trap, hand trap. Yeah, I somehow won after I dropped my last hand trap. Next round. Round 3 was Synchrons, so he went first since I lost the die roll and proceeded to make a board that consisted of all of his big synchro plays. I managed to go Stoker his Junk Speeder, which managed to slow things down a little bit. Not enough though, because I couldn't push through the ball to find Super Poly in time, so moving into Game 2. Game 2, he went first once again because I wanted to go second since I sided in both Gamma Seals and Dark Ruler No Mores. Spoilers, I did not see him from Game 2 or 3, and when he was around about to summon off his Junk Connector with Junk Synchron, I dropped Effect Veiler on Junk Synchron, just stopping its effects in his tracks. Moving along into Game 2. Game 3, he just simply hit his big gold board. I tried to push through. I did not see my Dark Rulers or Gamma Seals. So that's Game 2 in. Final round was up against Danger Time Thieves, and this was interesting. I should have possibly mentioned this earlier on, but we were playing in the Master Rule 2020 format, which is good and bad at the same time, primarily because we were just so comfortable to the previous Master Rule, but bad for me mainly because I am still drawing nothing but hand traps. Despite the fact that I have only 6, I'm seeing them more often in the deck than not. Funny thing is that one of my friends was playing Magical Muskets, and he main decked Red Reboot. He kept on drawing Red Reboot. So he started off his turn with 3 back row and managed into summoning off Mothman. I managed to make Construct and managed to push through for some minor damage. His turn came along, he just summons Time Thief, Winder, and Pass. I just push through with more Constructs, and then he manages to make a big Time Thief play with Time Thief Redoer and Time Thief Hack. He used Hack's effect on Redoer to make sure that Construct couldn't kill it, and when he attacked with Redoer onto El Shaddoll Construct, Construct could not kill Redoer with his big 3000 body. So when my turn came around, he managed to snuck up my El Shaddoll App Cologne, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I got an interesting way of how I can play around this. So I decided to normal summon one of my Shaddolls to summon out Winder. Regardless if App Cologne would have activated under Super Poly whilst it was attached under an Xyz monster or not is beyond me, but if it could, then kudos, that was my round anyways, but if not, no well, Winder was still good enough to finish it off. Round 2. Round 2 of this matchup. How can I describe it? I was getting a nice amount of control on the board until all of a sudden when I started attacking, I crashed into a Marshmallow. Funny thing is that he was known to be playing a Marshmallow earlier on in the tournament, so I should have possibly expected this coming. So now I was actually trying my best to play around this Marshmallow. And how did I do that? Well, my first initial play was to pretty much snatch shit up with Warlord. Just simply mind control it away and use it to make Warlord. But then I saw he had to set one again, and I saw earlier on that he had multiple Marshmallows. So there was no way in hell that I was going to steal one, or lose a chance on getting the other. So I snatched up his face down one with mind control and flip it up, so that I can get some nice cheeky burn damage. It was not Marshmallow. So I simply linked up into Warlord, and he hits me with Lost Wind with it. And I was not happy at that point. So, needless to say, I was just trying to keep all his monsters down to 0 as quickly as possible, because I didn't want to see Redoer on the field, especially when I saw the chronograph, basically the K9 of the deck, that summons out 2 Time Thief cards. So I wanted to make sure all of those remained away from the field as best as I possibly could. So when I made El Shaddoll Construct with Super Polymerization, I realized that the next card I bumped into was another Marshmallow. So after that damage calculation went through, I called by the grave his last Marshmallow and simply beaten over his last Marshmallow. After this, it was just only a matter of time until I won the game. 2-2. And I drew nothing but hand traps. I wouldn't be fussed with this record if I actually had plays, but since it was nothing but a HANDTRAPS GALORE, I'm not happy with this result. So, what's going to happen next week? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to open Dual Overload next week, I'm going to open it the week after, so I guess I might wing it and see what happens. I'm not sure. I might go after Nibiri's and Boral Swords again. I might go after another Trick Clown again, but as a whole, I don't know.
It's gonna most likely be the tins, so I'll see you next week for at least 2 Mega Tins. Here's hoping for the both of them.